I'm Chloe.
I'm Cora, and we're the co-directors of this production. So we'll give a little small backstory to some how this came up.
Yeah, so basically this whole idea came up about a year ago in the outside of Slanjava. I really wanted to do a play, I just had no clue what to do, and Cora basically pitched Antigone to me.
I studied it in high school in my hires, which if anyone here did their hires, probably also did. Lovingly or hatingly did it. I loved it, and that's why we're doing it today. I did Antigone. I fell in love with the show and everything about it. Even though it was written thousands of years ago, it's still got elements that are relatable to the current world. So I hope you really see our passion when you watch the show today. A few little announcements. So we have tonight, if you saw on your way in, there's a lovely sign with all the photos of our cast and tech. So tonight we are operating a candygram system. If any of you have been to our previous shows, you'll know that is. Basically at interval, if you would like to, go up to the kiosk, buy a little sweet, and you can write a little note and it gets sent up to our cast and tech up in our dressing room. So if you want to do that, feel free to. And last of all, we are recording tonight. That's just a little notice for you all to be aware of. Thank you and have a lovely night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the show.
The people gathered here are about to act the story of Antigone. The one who's going to play the lead is a thin girl sitting there, silent, staring in front of her, thinking. She's thinking that soon she is going to be Antigone, that she'll suddenly stop being the thin, dark girl whose family didn't take her seriously and rise up alone against everyone, against Creon, her uncle, the king. She is thinking that she is going to die, though she's still young and like everyone else would prefer to live. But there is nothing to be done. Her name is Antigone, and she's going to have to play her part right through to the end. Ever since the beginning of the play, she's felt herself hurtling further and further away from her sister, Ismene. This is her laughing and chatting with the young man over here. Further and further away from all the rest of us. We're just here to watch, and haven't got to die in a few hours' time. The young man talking with Ismene, beautiful, fair-haired, happy Ismene, is Haman, son of Creon. He is Antigone's fiancé. Everything combines to attract him to Ismene, his love of dancing, of sport, of happiness and success. His senses, too, for Ismene is far prettier than Antigone. Then one evening when there was a ball and he'd been dancing every dance with Ismene, dazzling in a new gown, he went and sought out Antigone where she sat dreaming in a corner, her arms wrapped around her knees, and he asked her to be his wife. The orchestra struck up. Ismene was across the room, peals of laughter, and now he, Haman, was to be Antigone's husband. He didn't know that never in this world was there to be a man as Antigone's husband, that all this princely title conferred on him was the right to die.
Oh, Haman!
The vigorous grey-haired man, his young page beside him, is Creon, the king. He's playing a difficult game. He's become leader of men. Before, in the reign of Oedipus, when Creon was only the most influential man at court, he loved music and fine bindings, would spend hours prowling around Thebes' little antique shops. But Oedipus and his sons are dead, and Creon, forsaking his books and his collector's pieces, has rolled up his sleeves and taken their place. Sometimes in the evenings when he's worn out, he wonders whether it's not pointless being a leader of men, whether it's not some sordid business that ought to be left to others less sensitive than himself. The next day he's faced with particular problems to be solved, and he just gets up without more ado, like a labourer starting a day's work. The old woman winding wool by the fireplace is the nurse, who brought up the two girls, and the elderly lady busy with her knitting is Eurydice. She is Creon's wife. She is kind, caring, dignified. She's of no help to Creon. He is alone with his little page who's too small and can't be of any help to him either.
You're never gonna guess what I heard.
The pale youth on the other side of the room, leaning pensively against the wall, is the messenger. He's the one who will in due course come to tell of Haman's death. That's why he doesn't feel like laughing and chatting with the others. He knows. And lastly, those three red-faced fellows playing cards with their caps pushed back from their heads. They're the guards. Not bad chaps. They've each got wives, children, little worries the same as everyone else. But before long they'll be collaring the accused without turning a hair. They smell of garlic and red wine and leather and are completely devoid of imagination. They're the agents, eternally innocent, eternally complacent, of justice. For the time being, the justice they serve is the justice of Creon, until the day comes when Thebes declares Creon's successor, and they are ordered to arrest Creon himself.
That's why I don't date tennis players anymore. Love means nothing to them.
And now that you've met them all, they can act out their story. It begins with Oedipus's two sons, who were supposed to rule Thebes alternately, each for 1 year, turn and turn about, fought and slew each other outside the city's gates, because Eteocles, the elder, refused to give way to his brother Polynices after his first year in power. 7 great foreign princes, whom Polynices had won over to his case, were also defeated at the city's 7 gates. Now all of Thebes is safe. The 2 rival brothers are dead, and Creon the king has declared that Eteocles, the virtuous brother, be given an elaborate funeral, while Polynices, the good-for-nothing, the rebel, will be left unburied and unwept, a prey to the ravens and jackals. Anyone affording him proper burial rites will be mercilessly punished with death.
Where have you been?
Just out for a walk. The sky was all grey. Beautiful. But then everything turned pink and yellow and green like a postcard. You must get up earlier, Nan, if you want to see a world without colours.
Not so fast. I was up while it was still pitch dark. I went to your room to make sure you hadn't thrown the covers off in your sleep and your bed was empty.
The garden was still asleep. I caught it unawares. A garden that hasn't yet begun to think about people. Beautiful.
You know, I soon saw you'd gone out. You left the back door open.
The fields were all wet. Waiting. Everything was waiting. I made terrific noise all by myself on the road, and I felt awkward because I knew the waiting wasn't for me. So I took my sandals off and I melted into the landscape.
You're gonna have to wash those feet before you get back into bed.
I'm not going back to bed.
4 o'clock. It wasn't even 4 o'clock yet. I get up to make sure she's still properly covered up. And there's your bed. Cold. Nobody in it.
Do you think it would be like that every morning, being the first girl out?
Morning. Middle of the night, you mean? Are you trying to tell me you were just out for a walk? Storyteller. Now tell me where you've been, you naughty girl.
You're right. It was still morning. I was the first person there to believe that it was still night.
Fine then. Play the fool. I'm up to all of your tricks, you know. I was young once myself, and I was a handful too. Now just tell me where you've been.
I wasn't doing anything wrong.
You've had a rendezvous then, I suppose. Don't tell me you hadn't.
Yes, Nan, I had a rendezvous.
You mean you've got a sweetheart?
Yes, poor thing.
Nice thing for a king's daughter. I mean, you have to kill yourself to bring them up, but they're all the same. To think you used to not be like the others, preening in front of a glass, putting rouge on their lips, trying to attract attention. You know, the amount of times I've said to myself, my goodness, this child not vain enough. Forever in that same dress with your hair all over the place. Ismeni's the one the boys will all be after, you know, with her curls and her ribbons, and this one, well, you'll all be left to my hands. But the whole time you were the same. I mean, worse, you little fucking hypocrite. Sorry, mind my French. It just... Fine then, who is he? Some young layabout then, I suppose. A boy you can't even bring home to your family is the one you love and want to marry. That's it, isn't it? Isn't it? Answer me, you brazen hussy.
Yes, Nan. That's it.
Yes, she says, God, heaven help me to think how I promised your mother I would make a respectable young woman of you, and now look, you know, I may just be your nurse, and you may Do you know what I ought to do? I ought to give you a good spanking like when you were a little girl.
Please don't make a fuss, Nan. You oughtn't be too cross this morning.
Do not make a fuss. Gosh, what would your mother say if she could see me now? You silly old fool, she'd say. You couldn't even keep my girl virtuous for me. Forever fussing over her with cardigans so she shan't catch cold and egg custards to build up her strength. But at 4 in the morning, when you're really needed, man, you're sleeping like a log. You claim to never get a wink at night. That's what she's going to say to me up there when I go. That I just let you slip out the house easy as pie. That your bed was cold when I got there. And you know what? I will be so ashamed. I could die. If I wasn't dead already. And all I'll be able to do is hang my head and say, you're right, Lady Jocasta. You're absolutely right.
Stop crying, Nan. You'll be able to look her straight in the eye, and she'll thank you for taking such good care of me. She knows why I went out this morning.
You mean you haven't got a sweetheart?
No.
So you've been making fun of me then? Oh God, it's because I'm old, isn't it? You know, you were always my favourite, and although your sister was easier to manage, well, I always thought it was you who loved me best, but if you truly did love me, you would have told me where you were last night. Why weren't you in bed when I came to tuck you in?
Stop crying, Nan. Come along, my little one. Do you remember when I used to rub your cheeks till they shone? Please, don't fill those little furrows in your face with tears for nothing. I am virtuous. I swear I have no other sweetheart other than him, and if you like, I swear I never shall. Please don't cry. You might still have need of it. And when you cry, I feel little again. And I mustn't feel little today.
Up already, Antigone?
Yeah.
I went to your room and
Yes, I'm up already.
Does it appear you mean to be getting up in the morning before the servants now? Sort of behaviour's that for princesses? Strolling about before breakfast, you're not even properly dressed. You'll both be catching colds on me again.
It's
before-
summer now, Nan. We shall be all right. Go and make us a cup of coffee or something. I could do with a cup.
Oh, my dove. Here you are, lightheaded for want of something to eat, and I sit here like a fool.
don't you feel well?
It's nothing, just a bit tired is all. That comes with getting up so early.
I couldn't sleep either.
But you must, or you won't be pretty in the morning.
Don't make fun.
I'm not. It's a comfort to me, you being pretty this morning. Do you remember how miserable it used to make me? How I used to daub with mud and put worms down your neck? And once I even tied you to a tree and cut off your hair. Such beautiful hair. How easy it must be to not have such foolish thoughts with such lovely, sleek locks hanging around your head.
Why have you changed the subject?
I haven't.
Listen, Antigone, I've been thinking,
Yes,
turning it over in my mind all night, and you're mad.
that's right.
We can't do it.
Why not?
They'll kill us.
Of course they will. Everyone has their part to play. Creon has to have us put to death, and we have to go and bury our brother. That's how the cast list was drawn up. What can we do about it?
I don't want to die.
I prefer not to.
Listen, Antigone, I'm older than you and not so impulsive. You do the first thing that comes into your head, never mind whether it's sensible or stupid. But I'm more level-headed, I think.
Sometimes it's best not to think too much.
I disagree. It's a horrible business, of course, and I feel sorry for Polynices too. But I do see Creon's point of view.
I don't want to see it.
He's the king. He has to set an example.
But I'm not, and I don't. Antigone, self-willed little beast, is the very first thing that comes into her head. So she's in the corner, locked up in the dark. And so she should do as she's told.
Oh, that's right. Scold, glare, hold forth without letting anyone else get a word in edgeways. But listen to what I say. I'm right more often than you are.
I don't want to be right.
At least try to understand.
Understand? You've always been on about that, all of you, ever since I was little. I was supposed to understand that I shouldn't play with water. Beautiful, cool, elusive water because it made the floor wet. Or with earth because it dirtied my clothes. I was supposed to understand that one doesn't eat their cake or their bread and butter, or give all their pocket money away to a beggar. I was supposed to understand that you don't just run in the wind till you drop, or just go swimming when you feel like it, or drink when you're hot. Understand, always understand! I don't want to understand! I can do that when I'm old. If I ever am.
He's the king, Antigone. He's stronger than we are. And everyone agrees with him. The streets of Thebes are full of them.
I'm not listening.
They'll hiss and boo, they'll seize us in their 1,000 arms and surround us with their 1,000 faces. And with their one expression, spit at us. We'll have to ride in the tumbril through their hatred, through their smell, and their laughter to our execution. The guards will be waiting there with their stupid faces, all red from their stiff collars, their great, clean, hypocrite's hands, their loutish stare. You can shout till your horse tried to explain. They'll do it exactly as they're told, slavishly, without knowing or caring whether it's right or wrong. And suffering? Have you thought of that? We'll have to suffer. Feel the pain increasing, mounting up until it's no longer bearable. It has to stop, but it just keeps going on, climbing higher and higher like an ear-splitting shriek, and I can't. I can't.
That's what thinking does for you.
Haven't you thought about it?
Of course I have.
But I'm not brave.
Neither am I. What's that got to do with it?
Don't you want to live then?
Not want to live. Who would be up first in the morning just to feel the chill air on her bare skin? Who would go to bed last only when she was ready to drop, just so as to live a little bit more of the night? Who would cry as a child because there were so many insects and plants in the garden and it was impossible to collect them all?
Antigone, my pet.
No, now's not the time to be whimpering and putting our arms around one another. You say you've thought it through, then what? You come to the conclusion that the fear of dying, the voices calling for our death, what? Is it all too much?
Yes.
Excuses.
Antigone, please. It's all right for men to die for their ideas, but you're a girl.
Only a girl! And the tears I've shed because of it.
Oh, your happiness is within your grasp, willing to reach out your hand and take it. You're engaged, you're young, you're beautiful.
No, I'm not beautiful.
Yes, in your own way. You know very well that it's you that the boys try to look at in the street. You, the little girl, stare at speechless until you disappear around the corner.
Little boys in the street. Girls.
And Haman? What about Haman, Antigone?
I'll be talking to him later. I'll settle him soon.
You're out of your mind.
You've always said that about everything I've ever done. Go back to bed, Ismene. Look, it's getting light. My dead brother is surrounded by guards, just as if he managed to make himself king. Go back to bed. You're pale from lack of sleep.
Aren't you coming?
I don't feel like sleeping. Nan will make me some food or something.
You will let him speak to you again. Try to make you see.
Yes. Yes, I'll let you talk to me. I'll let you all talk to me. Go back to bed, Ismene, or you won't be so pretty in the morning. Poor Ismene.
Here's a cup of coffee and some toast, my pigeon. Eat it all up now.
I'm not very hungry.
I buttered that toast with my own two hands, just the way you like it.
Thanks, Nan, I'll just sip some coffee.
You're not very well, my love. Where does it hurt?
No way, Nan. Just cuddle me and keep me close, like you used to when I was young. There. Dear old Nan. Stronger than fever or nightmares. Stronger than the wardrobe grinning and changing shape in the corner. Stronger than the insects gnawing at something in the dark. Stronger than the dark itself, the crazy shrieks that no one listens to. Stronger than death. Hold my hand like you used to when I was little.
What's the matter, my pigeon?
Nothing. Nan, just that I feel a little bit small for it all.
A little small for what, my sparrow?
It doesn't matter. I'm holding the rough hand that's always kept me safe. Perhaps it'll keep me safe a little bit longer.
What can I do for you, my turtle dove?
Just put your hand on my shoulder. There. Now I'm not afraid of the bogeyman, the pied piper. Nan, you know Floss?
Don't talk to me about that, blessed dog. Paw marks over everything. No, we ought not to be allowed in the house.
Promise not to grumble at her anymore when she scratches the furniture?
What, I'm just to let her ruin everything and not say a word?
Yeah,
she wets my carpets.
Promise not to scold her even then?
That's too much.
But you're fond of her really, and you like polishing and scrubbing. You would like it if everything was, spick and span all the time.
You do know how to get round people, don't you?
And I want you to talk to her too.
Talk to brute beasts.
Yes, but not as if she's a brute beast, as if she were a real person, like the way I do.
Play the fool like that at my age, but why?
Well, just in the case where I couldn't talk to her myself anymore.
Why not? I don't understand.
But if she doesn't settle and she keeps pawing at my door like she does when I go out, then maybe it would be best to have her put to sleep.
Have Floss put to sleep? Whatever's the matter with you this morning?
Here's Heyman. Nan, leave us, and don't forget what you promised. Oh, Heyman, please forgive me for quarreling yesterday, for everything was all my fault. Please forgive me.
You know I'd forgiven you as soon as you got out and slammed the door. The perfume you were wearing was still in the air, and I'd forgiven you already. Who'd you steal it from, that scent?
Is Maney?
And the lipstick, the powder, the pretty dress?
Is Maney?
And what was it all in aid of?
I'll tell you presently. Oh, Heyman, I've been such a fool. A whole beautiful evening wasted.
There'll be others.
Will there?
Other quarrels too. Happiness is full of them.
Happiness. Listen, Heyman.
Yes, Antigone?
No, don't laugh this morning. Be serious.
I am serious.
And hold me tight. Tighter than ever before. Give me all your strength.
There, all my strength.
Heyman, you know the son we would have had?
Yes?
You know I'd have shielded him against everything, right?
Yes.
I'd have held him so tight he would have never been afraid. Not of the unmoving sun, nor of the creeping dark, nor of the shadows. He'd have had an unkempt, skinny little mother, but one that was safer than all the real mothers put together with their bosoms and their nice big aprons. You believe me, don't you?
Yes, my love.
And you do believe you would have had a real wife, too?
I've got one already.
Heyman, you did love me that evening, didn't you?
Which evening?
You are sure that when you came and found me at the dance, you never even deep down once thought that maybe you really should have asked as Maney?
Don't be silly.
Oh, Heyman, you do love me, don't you?
Yes, Antigone. I love you.
I'm so dark and thin. It's Maney's pink and gold like an apricot.
Antigone.
Oh, I'm making myself blush. But this morning I must know, when you think of me, do you feel as if a great void is growing inside of you, as if something were dying?
Yes.
So do I. And I want you to know I would have been proud to be your wife. The one whose shoulder you would have patted absent-mindedly in the evening, as if it were something that were truly yours. So now 2 things. And when you hear them, you must promise not to ask any questions. Even if they seem strange. Even if they give you pain.
But what can they be?
Promise to go without even a backwards glance. Please, if you love me, promise. It's the last foolishness you'll have to forgive of me.
I promise.
Thank you. So, to go back to yesterday, you asked me why I was wearing Ismaine's dress, her perfume, her makeup. Well, I was a fool. I wasn't sure it was really me you wanted, and I wanted to make you want me more by being more like the other girls.
So that was it.
Yes. And you laughed, and we quarreled, and my bad temper got the better of me, and I flanked off. But I really came to see you yesterday so that you might make love to me. So that I might really be your wife before...
Antigone.
You promised not to ask! Heyman, listen, please. I really want to be your wife because that's how I love you, and because, forgive me, Heyman, I love you so much, but I can never marry you! No, Heyman, please, leave! Leave now! Don't run out this window! I swear I'm the child that we had in our dreams, the only child we'll ever have! Please, Heyman, leave now! Please. You'll understand soon. Tomorrow. There, Heyman. Leave me. It's the last thing you can do to show me that you really love me. There, Antigone. Now Heyman's over and done with.
Oh, thank God you're still here.
Why aren't you asleep?
I couldn't sleep. I was afraid you might go bury him even in the light. Antigone. Little sister, here we all are. Heyman, Nurse, me, Floss. We love you. We're alive and we need you. Polynices is dead and he didn't love you. He was always more a stranger to us than a brother. Let Polynices' harsh ghost wander forever and buried, since that is what Creon decrees. Don't go us beyond your strength, please. You like to hold defiance of the whole world, but you're only one small person. Stay with us. Don't go near the place, please.
You're too late. This morning when you saw me, I'd already been there.
Antigone? Antigone, wait!
One of the guards, you say? One of the sentries keeping watch over the body? Have him brought in.
Jonas, Your Honor! Be company!
Well?
Well, sir, we'd you lots to see who was to come, and it turned out to be me. We thought it was best for just one of us to come and explain. There's 3 of us on duty, sir, guarding the body.
Well, what are you here to say?
I'm not the only one, you see. There's Snout as well, and Lance Corporal Binns.
And why didn't he come?
Just what I said! When there isn't an NCO, the Lance Corp's responsible. But the others both said, no, we must draw lots. Shall I go and fetch the Lance
No.
Corp, sir?
You shall do, since you're here.
I've got a very good record, sir. 17 years service, enlisted as a volunteer. 1 medal, 2 mentions and dispatches, a stickler for the rules. Orders are sacred. The officers all say you can rely on Jonas.
Right. Speak. What is it you are afraid of?
By rights, it ought to have been Binns, sir. I'm up for a strike, but I haven't got it yet. I was supposed to get it in June.
Right. Stop babbling. If anything has happened to that body, all 3 of you are responsible. Never mind who ought to have come.
Right, sir. Well, it was the body. And we did stay awake, you know. And ours was the 2 o'clock shift, the worst of the lot. You know what it's like, Your Honor. When the night's nearly over, the weight between your eyes, the ache at the back of your neck, the shadows all shifting about and the mist rising. Make no mistake, there we were, chatting, stamping our feet to keep warm, but we weren't asleep, sir. I guarantee none of us shut our eyes for a second. It was much too cold anyway. Well, all of a sudden, I take a look at the body. It was only a couple of yards away, but I took a look at it every so often, all the same. Thorough, sir, that's me. That's why all the officers say you can rely on... I was the first to notice, sir. The others will tell you the same. It was me who raised the alarm.
Alarm? What alarm? What for?
The body, sir. Someone had covered it up. Oh, nothing much. They didn't have time with us there. Just a sprinkling of earth. Enough to hide it from the vultures.
Are you sure it wasn't some animal scratching up dirt nearby?
No, sir. That's what we had hoped at first, too. Some animal. But the earth had been scattered over the body deliberately, according to the rites by someone who knew what they were doing.
Who dared? Who was man enough to flout my orders? Did you find any footprints?
No, sir. Only one. Lighter than a bird would make. A bit later on, farther off, we found a spade. A little old child spade, all rusty. We didn't reckon a child could have done it, but the corp kept the spade as evidence, just in case.
A child? The opposition, they may be crushed, but they're already working their way underground. Polynices, his friends, their gold frozen in thieves. The least of the plague, reeking of garlic, suddenly falling for themselves out of these murky waters. A child. They must have thought that would make it more touching, more pathetic. I see them and their child now, a hired assassin more like, with his toy spade tucked away under his coat. Unless they talked a real child into doing it. What a bonus to have innocence on their side. A genuine little white-faced brat spitting down the barrel of my guns. My hands stained with fresh young blood. But they must have had accomplices. Perhaps among my own guard. Here, you.
Sir, we did all we were supposed to do. Snout may have sat down for a half an hour because his feet hurt, but I stayed standing up the whole time. The corporal backed me up, sir.
Right. Who have you told about this?
No one, sir. We drew lots right away and I came straight here.
Your watch is now doubled. When relief comes, send it away. I want no one but you and your mates near that body. The three of you, you're already guilty of negligence and will be punished for that. But if you speak, and rumor gets out that someone's tried to cover up Polynices' corpse, all three of you will die!
We haven't said a word, sir, I swear! But maybe by now, the others have said something in the next watch. I've got 2 kids, sir. One of them's only a baby. You'll give evidence to the court-martial that I was here, won't you? Here, with you, I've got a witness. If anyone's blabbed, it was the others, not me. I've got a witness.
If no one finds out, you may live. Boy, come, we must go and make this known. Then the real trouble will start. Would you die for me? Would you go along with your little spade? Of course you would. Without a moment's hesitation. You too. A child.
So, now the spring is wound. The tale will unfold all of itself. That's the convenient thing about tragedies. You can start it with just a flick of a finger. A glance at a girl going by in the street with uplifted arms. A sudden hunger for fame when you wake up one day, as if it were something to eat. Asking yourself one too many questions one night. That is all that it takes. And afterwards, no need to do anything. It does itself, like clockwork, set since the beginning of time. Death, treachery, despair, all ready and waiting. And noise and storms and every kind of silence. The silence as the executioner lifts his arm in the end. The silence in the beginning, when the 2 lovers are naked together for the first time and at first in the dark, don't dare move. The silence when the shouts of the crowd rise up around the victor, like a film with the soundtrack struck. All those open mouths with nothing coming out of them. All that clamour no more than an image. Nice and neat tragedy. Restful too. In a drama with its traitors, its desperate villains, innocent victims, avengers, devout followers, and glimmers of hope, death becomes something terrible. A kind of accident. You might have arrived in time with the police. But tragedy is so peaceful. For one thing, everyone's on a par. All innocent. Doesn't matter if one person kills and the other is killed. It's just a matter of casting. But above all, tragedy is restful. For you know there is no lousy hope left. You know you're caught at last like a rat in a trap, with all heavens against you. And all that's left for you to do is shout, not moan or complain, but yell at the top of your voice whatever it was you had to say, what perhaps you'd never said before, what maybe you didn't even know to say till now. And to no purpose, just to hear it yourself, to learn it yourself. In a drama you struggle, because you have hopes you're going to survive. It's utilitarian, sordid. But a tragedy is gratuitous, pointless, irremediable, fit for a king. And now it's beginning. Little Antigone has been caught and handcuffed. She can be herself at last.
Come on now, miss. No nonsense. You can explain it all to the boss. I only obey orders. I don't want to know what you were doing. Everybody has some excuse. Everybody has something to say for himself. A fine pickle we'd be in if we had to try to understand them all. The rest of you, hold on tight. She's a slippery customer. Fat lot I care what she has to say.
Tell them to take their filthy hands off. They're hurting me.
Filthy hands? You might at least be polite, miss. I am.
I am Oedipus's daughter, Antigone. I shan't run away.
Oedipus's daughter, eh? The tarts we pick up on the beat always tell us to watch out, because they're the police chief's girlfriends.
I don't care about dying, but I won't have them touch me.
Oh, but you're not afraid of touching earth. Or corpses. They took away your spade, so the second time you did it with your bare hands. The cheek! I turned my back for a minute to get a chew of tobacco, and before I can stick it in my gob and say thanks, there she is, clawing up the earth with her nails like a bloomin' hyena. And the fight she puts up when I try to arrest her. Shouts and bawls about having to finish the job. Potty, if you ask me.
I arrested one just as barmy as the other day. Showing everyone her backside.
Anyways, we'll have a good party to celebrate this. Any ideas, Vince?
The Crown, best vino in town.
We could bring the wives.
No. It's more fun on our own. Women always complicate things, and the kids keep wanting to go to the lab. Didn't think we'd be planning celebrations for a while now, did we?
And hey, maybe there'll be a reward.
If it's something really important.
Guidance C Company got double pay last month for catching an arsonist.
If we get that, can we go to the Arab Palace?
Are you crazy? The wine's twice the price there. But if you're talking about the girls, though, okay. Woo! Tell you what, how about we go to the Crown first, get a skinful, and then we go on to the palace. Hey, Vince, remember the fat one?
Oh, you really think it blotted that time?
But if the missus finds out, there might be a public ceremony.
Let's just wait and see then. We can go on the spree, whatever happens. But if there's a special parade, the wives and kids will be there, and the whole lot will have to go to the Crown.
We'll have to order in advance.
I'd like to sit down, please.
All right, give her a chair. But don't let go. Attention, everybody!
What do you think you are doing? Let go of that young lady at once! Well?
We're the guards, sir. I brought my mates.
Then who is watching the body?
We sent for the relief.
I told you not to send for them. I told you not to tell anyone!
We haven't, sir. But when we arrested the girl, we thought we'd better bring her along. We didn't draw lots this time. We thought it best that we all came.
Fools! Antigone, where were you when they arrested you?
Right by the body, sir.
What were you doing there? You know I'd forbidden anyone go near it.
You want to know what she was doing? She was scrabbling in the earth with her hands, covering it up again.
Do you realize what you are saying, man?
Ask the others, sir, if you don't believe me. When I got back on duty after seeing you the first time, we went, uncovered the body, took the earth away, but the sun was getting hot and it was starting to smell, so we went and stood a little way away on a mound in the wind. Thought that'd be perfectly safe in the daytime. To make sure, we decided one of us would keep an eye on the body all the time. But by midday, what with the heat right out there in the sun and the wind had dropped so the smell was worse, well, it just knocked you out. No matter how hard I strained my eyes, everything shook like a jelly. Couldn't see properly at all. I just went and asked one of my mates for a quid of tobacco to keep me awake, and before I could say thank you and turn around, there she is, grabbing away at the earth with her hands, and in broad daylight. She must have known we'd be bound to see her, and when I come running, do you think she stopped or tried to run off? Not a bit of it. Just scrabbled away as fast as she could, like she hadn't even seen me. Her body wasn't properly covered up yet.
Is this true, Antigone?
Yes.
We went, uncovered the body, handed over to the next watch without saying anything, and brought her here to you, sir.
And last night, the first time, was that you two?
Yes. I used a little tin spade that we used to make sandcastles with in the summer. It was Polynices. He'd scratched his name on the handle. But the second time they took it away, so I had to use my hands.
Just like a little animal. In fact, that's what one of my mates took her for at first, some animal. And I said, no, it's not an animal. It's too neat for an animal. It's a girl.
Right. You may be asked to report later, but for now, leave your prisoner here with me and take her handcuffs off before you go. Boy, see if these men are kept incommunicado till I come. Did you tell anyone what you were going to do?
No.
Did you meet anyone on the way?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Right. Then go to your room. Get into bed. Say you've been sick and haven't been out since yesterday. I'll see that everyone keeps quiet.
What for? They know I'll just do it again.
Why did you try to bury your brother?
I had to. Those who are left unburied wander forever in search of rest. If my brother had come home after a long day of hunting, I would have taken off his boots, prepared him some food, and readied his bed. Polynices is hunting now. He's going home, to where mother and father and now Antigone too are waiting for him. He's entitled to some rest.
But he was a rebel and a traitor, and you know it.
He was my brother!
You heard my edict. It was proclaimed at every crossroads. You saw the posters that were on every wall.
Yes.
So you knew what was to become of anyone who dared bury him.
Yes.
Perhaps you thought, as the daughter of Oedipus's pride, that you were above the law?
No.
The law, it's meant especially for you, Antigone. It's meant especially for the daughters of kings.
If I had been a little servant girl up to my elbows in dishwater when I heard the edict, I would have dried my hands, gone out in my apron to bury my brother!
No! You wouldn't! If you had been a servant girl, you know you would have died for it. You would have stayed home and mourned your brother there, but because you thought, I'm part of the royal family. You're my niece and my son's fiancée. I wouldn't dare have you put to death for whatever you did.
No. You're wrong. I was sure you would have me put to death.
The pride of Oedipus, you are its living image. I see it now again in your eyes. I believe you. You thought I'd have you put to death, and that struck you in your vanity as a suitable end for you. You and your father both, ordinary human misery. There can be no question of happiness. Not in your family. In your family, what's human only cramps your style. You have to have your own private confrontation with destiny and death. You have to kill your father and sleep with your mother, only to find out about it later and drink it all in, word by word. Some drink, hey, the words of doom. Oh, and how greedily you must swig them down if your name is Oedipus or Antigone. The next thing you do, of course, is put out your own eyes and drag your children around begging. But that's all over and done with now. Times have changed in Thebes. What Thebes needs now is an ordinary king with no fuss. Her name's only Creole, thank God. I've got both feet on the ground, both hands in my pockets. I'm not as ambitious as your father was. Now I'm king, all I aim at is to have the world a bit more sensibly run. Nothing heroic about it. It's just an everyday job. And like most, it's not very interesting. But if that's what I'm here to do, that is what I shall do. And if someday some scruffy messenger comes down from the mountains and says he's none too sure about my parentage, I shan't go comparing dates or looking askance at my aunt. I'll send him packing. Kings have other things to do, you know, than souping up their own woes. Listen, you may be Antigone, daughter of Oedipus, but you are only 20! It wasn't that long ago this would have all been sorted out by bread, water, and a box on the ears. Stop! Where do you think you are going?
You know very well.
Don't you realize that if anyone but those three buffoons find out what you've tried to do, I shall have to have you killed. If only you'll give up this foolishness, and I may yet be able to save you. But in 5 minutes, it will be too late.
They have uncovered my brother's body. I must go and bury him.
You really would make that senseless gesture a third time. There's a new set of guards watching over the body now, and you know very well, even if you did manage to cover it, they would only uncover it again. What else can you achieve except scrape more skin off your fingers and get caught again?
Nothing else. But at least I can do that. And one must do what one can.
Do you even believe in this whole burial business? Is your brother's ghost really doomed to wander forever if some dirt isn't thrown across his corpse, accompanied by some ecclesiastical rigmarole? Have you ever heard the priests of Thebes at it, hurrying through like overworked clerks, skimping the movements, gathering the words, rushing the dead out as fast as they can, just to botch it again before lunch?
Yes, I've heard them.
And haven't you ever thought that if it was someone you really loved lying there in that box, you would let out a shriek and tell them to shut up and to go away?
Yes, I've thought that.
Then why are you acting like this then? For those who do believe, to set them against me?
No.
Not for others then. And not for your brother himself. For whom then?
No one. Myself.
You really want to die? You're like a pheasant, caught already.
Don't feel sorry for me. Be like me. Do what you have to do. But if you want to be humane, do it quickly. That's all I ask.
I want to save you, Antigone.
You're the king. You can do anything. But not that.
You think not?
You can't save me. You can't force me to do what you want.
Oh, proud Antigone. Pocket Oedipus.
All you can do is have me put to death.
And what if I have you tortured?
What for? To make me cry and beg for mercy? To make me say yes to anything and then just to do it all over again when the pain stops?
Right! Listen! I am cast as the villain and you as the heroine. You're well aware of that. But don't push it too far! If I were just an ordinary brute of a tyrant, I'd have had your tongue torn out long ago. Have you ripped apart by hot red pincers? Have you thrown into a dungeon? But you see something in my eyes that hesitates. So you taunt and defy me to the top of your bent. What do you want, you little fury?
Let go, you're hurting my arm.
No! I am the strong one now. It is my turn to take advantage.
Ow!
Perhaps that's what I should do. Twist your wrist and pull your hair, as boys do when they play with girls. I may be your uncle, but we're rather severe on each other in this family, so do you not find it a little odd that I, a king, set at naught by you, yet listening patiently? An old man who's all-powerful, who's seen plenty of people just as appealing as you put to death. But here I am, putting up with all this trouble to try and save you.
Let go, you're twisting too hard now. I just can't feel my arm.
Heaven knows there are other demands on my time today, but I shall spend however long it will take to save you, little pet. There are plenty of urgent matters to attend to after a failed revolution. But they can all wait. I don't want you to die, mixed up in this political scandal. You deserve better than that. That's all it is. This brother of yours, this forlorn ghost, this corpse rotting as the guards watch over. Oh, this pathos you get so worked up about. I may not be soft, but I am particular. I like things to be clean, neat, wholesome. Do you not find it a little odd that I chose to have this body rotting in the sun? I'm disgusted by it. You can smell it in the palace already. At night when the wind blows in from across the sea, it makes me feel just so sick. But I shan't even shut my window. This whole business, it's not only horrible, but between us, it's abysmally stupid. I'd have preferred to have your brother buried, but it's necessary that thieves should have to smell a body for a while, because I need to make those clods I govern understand what is what. So this city shall reek of Polynices' corpse for a month.
You are loathsome.
Yes, child, it is my job. Whether that job should or shouldn't be done is a matter for discussion. But if it is to be done, it has to be done like this.
Why do you have to do it?
One day I woke up, king of thieves, though heaven knows there were things in life I loved more than power.
Then you should have said no!
I would have. But suddenly, I felt like a workman refusing a job. It didn't feel right. I said yes.
That's your lookout! What do I care about your politics and what you have to do in your paltry affairs? I can still say no to anything I want, and I alone am the judge. You, with your crown, your guard, your paraphernalia. All you can do, because you said yes, is have me put to death.
Listen.
I mean, if I don't want to! But you drink in every word I say, so if you don't summon your guards, it's because you want to save me.
Huh.
You're not amused. You're afraid. That's why you're trying to save me. It would suit you best to keep me in the palace alive but silent. You're too sensitive to be a tyrant. But just the same, you're going to have me put to death, and that's why you're afraid. Not a pretty sight, a man who's afraid.
All right. I am afraid. I'm afraid you won't change your mind and I will have to have you killed. And I don't want to.
I don't want to do what I don't want to. Perhaps you would have rather not refuse my brother a grave either.
I told you already.
But you did it just the same. And now that you'd rather not, you're going to have me put to death. Is that what it means to be a king?
Yes!
Poor Cora. And I, with my broken nails and the bruises your guards have left on my arms,
rebels is a high enough price to pay for law and order. My son, he loves you. Don't make me pay with you too.
No. You said yes. You'll never stop paying.
For God's sake, will you try and understand me for a minute, you little fool? I've tried hard enough to understand you. Someone has to say yes. Someone has to steer the ship. It's letting in water on all sides. The rudder's adrift. It's full of crime, stupidity, and suffering. The crew, they aren't following any orders. All they care about is looting cargo. The officers busy building themselves a comfortable raft and cornering all the fresh waters. But the mast has split, and the wind is howling. And the whole lot of them will soon die together because they can think of nothing but their own skins, their own petty concerns. So do you think that is a good time for fine distinctions? A time to debate whether you say yes or no? To whether someday the price will not be too high? Whether afterwards you'll even be able to call yourself a man again? No! You stand up to those mountains of water and you shout an order. And if you are attacked, you shoot the first comer. The first comer, he hasn't got a name. He's like the wind tearing at your limbs, the wave breaking over your deck. He might have been a man that smiled at you and gave you a light just yesterday, but he hasn't got a name anymore, and neither have you, grasping desperately to that tiller. The only things with a name now are the ship and the storm. Do you understand?
It's all very well for you, but I'm not here to understand. I'm here to say no to you and to die.
It's easy to say no.
Not always.
To say yes, you have to sweat. Roll up your sleeves, grab a hold of life, and dive in up to the neck. It's easy to say no. All you have to do is sit and wait. Wait to live, wait to die even. It's pitiful, something humans have cooked up for themselves. Can you imagine a world where trees have said no to the sap? Where animals have said no to the instincts of hunting and love? Brute beasts, at least, are good and natural and tough. They bravely jostle each other along the same path. If one falls, others trample them. No matter how many die, there'll always be one of every species left to repopulate and continue that same path with that same bravery.
What a dream for a king. To be like an animal, wouldn't that make life easy?
You really do despise me, don't you? Funny. I often imagine having a conversation just like this with a pale-faced man who's come to kill me, from whom I can extract nothing but scorn. But never with you, Antigone, and never over something so stupid. I am cast as the villain, and I will have you put to death. But before I do, I want you to be sure of your role. Do you know why you're going to die, Antigone? Do you know the petty story you're going to put your poor little blood-stained name to forever?
What do you mean?
The story of your brothers. Eteocles and Polynices. You think you know it, but you do not. No one in Thebes knows except me. But this morning, you've earned the right to know. It's not pretty. To start with, what do you remember about your brothers? You probably remember two boys who were older than you, who broke your dolls and whispered secrets to keep you jealous.
They were older than I was.
Later, I expect, you were jealous of their first cigarettes, their first long trousers. Then they started to go out in the evenings, to act like men, to not take any notice of you.
I was only a girl.
You heard them slam the doors, guffaw along the halls, making their feeble jokes, reeking of wine.
Once, I hid behind a door. They had just come home and we had just gotten up. Polynices saw me. He looked so beautiful with pale, shiny eyes and so handsome in his evening clothes. He gave me this big paper flower that he brought back with him from the party.
And you kept it, didn't you? And last night, before you went out, you opened your drawer and looked at it to help summon up your courage.
Who told you?
Oh, poor Antigone and your paper flower. Do you know what your brother was really like?
I knew you'd say horrible things about him.
He was a soulless roisterer, a cruel, brainless little thug whose only distinction was driving faster than his cronies and spending more money at bars. I was there once, and your father, he refused to pay his gambling debts. Polynices turned pale. He let out an oath, he clenched his fist.
You're lying!
And he drove that loutish paw straight into your father's face. It was truly pitiful. Your father, he went, sat at his desk, head in his hands, weeping, nose streaming with blood. All Polynices did is stand in the corner, light another cigarette and sneer.
It isn't true!
You were only 12 at the time. You didn't see him again after that, did you?
No.
After the quarrel, your brother, he went away. Your father, he wouldn't have any charges brought. So Polynices, he joined the Argive army. As soon as he joined, they started to hunt your father, an old man who wouldn't conveniently die and hand over his crown. There was one murder attempt after another. Whenever the assassins were caught and questioned, they inevitably confessed to being in the pay of Polynices. But it wasn't only him. I want you to know all the drama, all the plots that were cooked up, all the machinations of the story you are so eager to play a part in. Yesterday, I gave Eteocles an elaborate funeral. Thebes, they now regard him as a saint and a hero. The whole population was there. School children, they pooled pocket money to buy wreaths. Old men, they gave quavering speeches about the loyal brother, the virtuous prince, Oedipus' dutiful son. I gave one too. And all the priests of Thebes, they were there with their appropriate expressions. Eteocles, he was giving full military honors. I couldn't help him. I couldn't let them know that we had a traitor in both camps. I'm going to tell you something. Something terrible. Something no one knows except me. Eteocles, that paragon of virtue, was just as bad as Polynices was. Eteocles was ready to commit the same treachery for which Polynices' body now moulders in the sun. I have proof. He was ready to sell Thebes to the highest bidder. There were just two crooks, cheating one another at the same time as they cheated us, slitting one another's throats like second-rate gangsters settling scores. It was only luck that Polynices carried it out first. It was necessary for me to make a hero of one of them, so I sent out my men to retrieve their bodies. They found them in one another's arms for the first time in their lives. They'd run one another through. Then the Argive cavalry had ridden over them, made mincemeat of them. They were unrecognizable, Antigone. I had my men collect whichever was more intact from my national secreties. I don't even know which was which. And I assure you, I do not care.
Why have you told me all of this?
Would you prefer I let you die as a part of it?
Perhaps. I believed in it.
What will you do now?
Go to my room.
Don't be alarmed. Go see Haman. Get married quickly.
Yes.
All this talk, it's besides the point. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Yes.
To think you were going to waste that gift. I can understand. I'd have done the same when I was 20. That's why I listened so intently. I could hear the distant echo of a creon, thin and pale as you, dreaming like you were sacrificing everything. The young, they let it run through their fingers without thinking. Shut your hands, shut them tight and hold it back. You'll see, it'll become something small and hard that you can munch on in the sun. Others, they'll tell you different. They're just using you for your strength and your courage. Don't listen to them. Don't listen when I make my next speech over Eteocles' grave. It won't be true. Nothing is true except what is never said. You'll find that out for yourself in due time. Life, it's A book you enjoy, a child playing around your feet, a tool that fits in your hand, a bench you can rest on in the afternoon sun. You'll probably hate me even more for saying this, but finding that out is a consolation for growing old. Life, it's nothing other than happiness.
Happiness.
It's just a word.
And what will my happiness be like? Tell me, what kind of a happy woman will Antigone grow into? What kind of base things will she have to do day after day in order just to grab her own little scrap of happiness? Tell me, who will she have to lie to, smile at, sell herself to? Who will she have to burn her eyes from and leave to die?
That is quite enough, you're crazy!
No, I need to know right now what I have to do to live in this happiness of yours. I need to know now, because now is what I have to choose!
Do you love Haman?
I love a Haman who is tough and young, a Haman who is loyal and demanding like me. But if this life of yours, this happiness of yours is going to pass over him and erode him, so that he does not turn pale when I turn pale, so that he does not think I'm dead just because I'm 5 minutes late, so that he does not laugh right when I laugh and feel alone in the world. He doesn't know why. And he's just going to become another conventional spouse and say yes and the rest and no, I don't love Haman anymore.
That is enough! You do not know what you are saying!
Well, I know what I'm saying, all right, just that you don't understand. I'm thinking to you from too far away now, from a country you couldn't even enter anymore with your wrinkles and your wisdom and your belly. I suddenly see you now as you were when you were 15. Helpless, but thinking you're important. All life is left for you are those furrows in your face that fire on your way!
Will you shut up?
Why do you want me to shut up? Because you know I'm right! I know you know I'm right, but you won't admit it because you're defending that happiness of yours like a dog crouching over a bone!
Your happiness as well as mine, you fool!
You disgust me! All of you! You and your happiness! And your life has to be loved at any price, and you don't expect too much. You're like dogs wanting over everyone they come across. I want everything now! And to the full! Or else I decline the offer lock, stock, and barrel. I want to be sure of having everything now. I want to be sensible and satisfied with scrap! And actually just as good as most when I was little, otherwise I prefer to die!
There you go, just like your father!
Exactly, neither of us ever stop asking questions right up to the moment there's no hope left to stifle. By the time you jump around your righteous, lousy
If
hope!
only you could see quite how ugly you are yelling!
Very vulgar, isn't it? Father was only beautiful afterwards, when he was sure he killed his father and slept with his mother. He grew suddenly silent. Smiled. He was beautiful. He had only got to look at any of you, and you were ugly. Even the handsomest of you. There's something so ugly with the corners of your eyes and your mouth. You used the right word for it just now, Korean. When you talked about like cooking up plots, you're like cooks with your fat faces. Cooks!
I order you to be silent!
Order me, skeleton. Do you imagine you giving me orders?
The anteroom is full of people they'll hear you! Do you want to destroy yourself?
Open the door. Let them hear.
Quiet! For God's sake!
Quick! Quick, skeleton! Call your guards!
Antigone!
You as well. What do you want with me then?
Creon, if you kill her, you have to kill me too. Forgive me, Antigone, but I'm brave now. I'll go with you.
No! Don't you think you can just weasel in and die with me now? It'd be too easy!
I don't want to live if you die. I don't want to stay here without you.
You chose life! I chose death! Leave me alone, you and your lamentations. What you ought to have done was go this morning on all fours, rub up the earth beneath your nails, be grabbed by them like a thief. That's what you ought to have done!
All right, Antigone. All right. I'll go with you tomorrow.
Hear that, Creon? Her too. And how do you know what the others will follow when they hear me? Come on now, Creon. Be brave. Call your guards. Come on, Cousin. Call your guards!
Take her away!
At last, Creon. At last.
Antigone, wait! Wait! Let her go, please!
You're mad, Creon. What have you done?
She had to die.
Don't let her die, Creon. We'll all wear the scars for thousands of years.
She wanted to die. None of us were strong enough to make her want to live. She was born to die. I understand that now. Polynices, he was just an excuse. And when that excuse wouldn't work any longer, she chose another. All that mattered to her was to refuse everything and to die.
She is only a child.
And what would you have me do? Condemn her to live? Father! Forget her, Henry. Forget her, my boy.
You must be mad. Let go!
I tried everything, I swear. She doesn't love you. If she did, she could have lived. She's taken with her own folly and death.
But then take her away, Father. Tell the gods to bring
She
her.
has spoken! All of Thebes knows what she has done. I must have her killed.
Let me go!
Can you think of something? Say she's mad, have her shut up.
So say that it isn't true. That I'm making it up because she was to marry my son. I can't.
Can we try to gain time and have her escape tomorrow?
The mob, they know already. They're surrounding the castle yelling. I can't turn back.
The mob. What does it matter? You're the master!
Under the law and not against it.
But I'm your son! You can't take her away from me.
Yes, my boy, I can. Come now, courage. Antigone, she cannot go on living. She's already left us.
And do you think I can go on living without her? Do you think I'm going to accept that life you talk about? Every day, morn till night, without her. All your bustle and blather, all your emptiness, without her.
You'll have to. To every man there comes a day, soon or late, sad or happy, where at last he must accept that he is a man. For you, that day is today. For the last time, you stand in front of me as my little son. Pain in your heart, your eyes welling. In a moment you will go through that door, and it will be over!
It's over already.
Don't you judge me, Haman. Don't you judge me too.
That great strength and courage. That giant god who used to gather me up in his arms and save me from ghosts, was that you? The thrilling smell, the delicious bread in lamplight, the evenings when you used to take me into your study and show me your books, was that really you, do you think?
Yes.
And all that trouble, that pride, those books, were they only leading up to this? To becoming a man, as you call it? A man who should consider himself lucky just to be alive?
Yes!
It isn't true. It isn't you. It isn't happening. We're not both forced into a corner where we can only say yes. You're still strong, like when I was small. I beg you. The world is too empty. I am too alone if I have to stop looking up to you too.
We are all alone, and the world is empty. And you have looked up to your father for too long. Look me straight in the eye. That is what it is to be a man.
Antigone, Antigone, help!
Creon, he is like a madman.
Yes, the poor boy, he loved her.
You must do something.
I can do nothing.
He is wounded mortally.
We all are.
Sir, they broke into the palace.
Creon, please! I don't want to see their faces or hear them tell me, please. You've got my death. That's enough. Please just give me this.
Jonas, you stay here with her. The rest of you come with me and throw the mob out.
So, it's to be you.
What do you mean?
Yours is the last human face I shall see.
Looks like it.
Let me look at you.
No, stop it.
Aren't you the one who arrested me just now?
Yes?
You hurt me. There was no need. Did I look as if I was trying to run away?
Now then, no nonsense. It was either you or me.
How old are you?
39.
Do you have any kids?
2.
Are you fond of them?
Mind your own business.
Have you been in the guards long?
Since the end of the war. I was a sergeant. I signed on again.
Do you have to be a sergeant to be in the guards?
In theory, a sergeant or a special, but if you're a sergeant, you lose your rank when you join the Guards. So, if, for the sake of argument, I meet an army recruit, he might not salute me.
Really?
Of course, they generally do. They know you're really an NCO. As for the pay, you get ordinary Guards pay, plus, as a bonus for the first 6 months, the extra you used to get as a sergeant. But of course, there are other advantages. Living quarters, heating, family allowances, all in all, a married Guard can earn more than a sergeant in the regular army.
Really?
Yes. That's why there's such rivalry. As you may have noticed, officers pretend to look down on the Guards because of the promotion mainly. They're right, in a way. It's much slower and more difficult for Guards. But you mustn't forget that a Lance Sergeant...
Listen!
I'm listening.
I'm going to die very soon.
But of course, people look up more to a Guard. He's a sort
Do you
of...
think it hurts?
What?
Die. Do you think it hurts?
Couldn't say. I knew it hurt during the war when men were wounded in the stomach, but I was never wounded myself. Maybe that's what stood in the way of my promotion.
How will they do?
I believe I heard they were going to wall you up, so as not to stain the city with your blood.
Wall me up. Alive?
At first.
Hail then. My grave. My marriage bed. My underground home. Oh, but I'm all alone.
It'll be in the caves of Hades. Outside the city gates, right out in the sun. Another lousy job for whoever's on sentry duty. Last I heard, it was going to be the Guards again. They put everything on us.
2 animals.
What about them?
2 animals would huddle together for warmth, but I'm all alone.
I can call somebody if you need anything.
No. I'd just like you to deliver a letter after I'm dead.
What letter?
I'm going to write it just now.
Oh, no. None of that. Letter indeed. It'd be more than my life's
I'll
worth.
give you this ring.
Is it cold?
Yes.
If they search me, I'll be court-martialed. You realize that, don't you? You care. Tell you what I could do. I could write what you want to say down in my notebook and tear the page out. It wouldn't be the same if it were in my writing.
Oh, you're writing. It's all too horrible.
All right. If you change your mind, it's all the same to me.
No, keep the ring and write what I say, but do it quickly. We don't have much time. Put, my darling.
Is it for your boyfriend?
My darling. I've chosen to die. And perhaps you'll stop loving me. And Creon was right. It is awful. But here with this man beside me, I realize I don't know anymore what I'm dying for. Oh, Hamish, only now I realize how easy it was to live.
Hey, you're going much too fast. It takes time, you know.
How far have you got?
Here, with this man beside me.
I don't know anymore what I'm dying for.
I don't know anymore what I'm dying for.
People never do know what they're dying for.
I'm afraid. No, just cross it all out. It'd be better they never saw. I mean, as if they were to kind of see me naked or just touch me after I was dead. I'm sorry.
You mean, cross out that last bit and put, I'm sorry instead.
Yes. I'm sorry. It would have been nice and peaceful for you all without me. I love you.
Is that the lot?
Yes.
Funny sort of letter.
Yes, it is.
And who's it for? Come on, you. No nonsense.
So, it's over for Antigone. Soon it'll be Creon's turn. Everyone's turn will come in the end.
The Queen! Where is the Queen?
What do you want with her? What news do you bring?
Terrible news. They had just put Antigone in the cave. They hadn't yet finished rolling the last blocks of stone into place when Creon and all those around him heard cries suddenly issuing from the tomb. It wasn't Antigone's voice. They all looked at Creon, and he was the first to guess. He began suddenly shrieking like a madman, "Take away the stones! Take away the stones!" The slaves hurled themselves on the heaped up rocks. The king fell on them too, digging with his bare hands until they bled. At last some of the rocks shifted, leaving enough room for the thinnest person there to squeeze through the opening. Antigone, in the depths of the cave, hanged by her own girdle. The red and blue and green strands like a child's necklace. Haman was there too, on his knees, holding her, groaning, his hair buried in her robe. At last Creon was able to get into the cave, the greys of his hair illuminated by the darkness. He tried to raise Haman up, implored him even, but Haman wouldn't listen. Eventually he stood up. Never had he looked so much like the boy he once was. He stared at his father, eyes black with passion, and spat in his face and drew his sword. Creon leapt out of reach. Haman looks at the old man in the distance, and he takes the sword and plunges it into his own belly. He then falls, lays beside Antigone in a vast red pool of blood.
I have been laid side by side at last. They're washed now, rested, pale but peaceful. Two lovers after their first night. For them, it's over.
But not for you, Creon. You still have something to learn. The poor of thieves will go cold this winter, Creon. When the Queen, Eurydice, your wife, learned of her son's death, she was knitting for the poor as usual. She quietly finished her row and laid down her needles. Calmly she did everything, perhaps even a little more calmly than usual. Then she went into her room, her lavender-scented room, with all the embroidered mats and plush frames, and she cut her throat. Now she lies in one of the old-fashioned twin beds just where you saw her once when she was a girl, wearing the same smile, only sadder. If it weren't for the red draperies round her throat, you might think she was sleeping.
Her too! Oh, they're all asleep now. Good. It has been such a hard day. It must be good to sleep.
You are all alone now, Creon.
Yes. Boy. I'm going to tell you something. Something that the others don't know. There you are, face to face with what is to be done. You can't just fold your arms and do nothing. They say it's dirty work, but if you don't do it, who will?
I don't know, sir.
Of course you don't. You are lucky, and it would be best that you never had to find out. Tell me, are you looking forward to growing up?
Yes.
Oh, you are mad, boy. It'd be best that you never grew up either. $5 o'clock. What if we at 5?
Privy Council, sir.
In that case, we best go.
Antigone was right. It would have been nice and peaceful for us all without her. But now that it's over, it's nice and peaceful anyway. Everyone who had to die is dead. Those who believed in one thing, those who believed in the other, even those who didn't believe in anything but got caught up in the story altogether. It is over. Antigone is cured of a fever whose name we shall never know. Her work is done. And now a great sad peace descends on all of Thebes, and on the empty castle where Creon will begin to wait for death. Only the guards are left now. All that has happened is a matter of indifference to them. None of their business. They go on with their game of cards.